Hello, and welcome to Friday Reads, where I tell you what I'm reading this weekend and review last week's pick. So last week I was reading The Association of Small Bombs by Karan Mahajan. And so this is my review this week because I finished it. It is about the aftermath of a bomb in a Delhi market in 1996. And it is what was considered a small bomb, and that it only killed a small number of people and really just made a blip on the news radar. But for the people who were affected, it was a total devastation and change of life. So we see a range of characters, from the parents of two boys who were killed in the blast to the friend of the boys who was in the blast with them but survived. We see an extremist who actually built the bomb and was responsible for it. We see a young man who becomes an extremist who is associated with the survivor of the bomb. And it just is this range of characters who are all connected by this one small bomb that happened. It is a really heavy book. It's not very long. It's less than 300 pages, but there is just so much sadness and despair and pain and hurt that is contained in these pages. But it is such an important book. I loved it, but I didn't love it. Like, there wasn't anything happy about it, but the writing was just so filled with depth and emotion, and I couldn't stop reading it except when I was emotionally overwhelmed and sort of had to stop, because it's that kind of book. So it is not for the faint of heart. It is... maybe it is for the faint of heart, because I do think that it's really important. And I think that especially now, as we are in a culture of fear and othering, and we are afraid of people who are different, this is a really important story of the complexities of life and the complexities of culture and faith and motivation. And it is a very powerful book. So if you haven't read it, I recommend it. Pick it up. It's on so many lists as one of the best books of this year. So again, that's The Association of Small Bombs by Karan Mahajan. So for my Friday Reads this week, I am picking up a book that fulfills one of the 5 tasks I have left for my Book Riot Read Harder challenge. One of those tasks is read a book by or about a person who identifies as transgender. And so I picked up Holding Still for as Long as Possible by Zoe Whittall. I actually heard about this book on the Get Booked podcast on Book Riot. So I've never heard of it before until they talked about it on Book Riot, but it is a really intriguing story thus far. As you can see, I'm not very far into it, just like this much. But it follows a group of 20-somethings, and it, so far as I can tell, it's sort of just like what is going on in their lives. One of the main characters is transgender, and he transitioned from female to male, and he's a paramedic. And so that is one character. We also get the viewpoint of his girlfriend, Amy, and the viewpoint of I think former famous child singer. I can't really tell exactly. Billy is the character. I can't really tell if she was like a super child pop star, like a la Miley Cyrus, who then went away, or what. I don't totally know the deal with that yet, but I am really enjoying this so far. I think that it's got a lot of character, and it is definitely a character-driven book so far, but it's done really well. The paramedic part is really interesting to me, so I am enjoying this a lot. This is Holding Still for as Long as Possible by Zoe Whittall. So that is what I have for this week's Friday Reads. You can check out my past Friday reads and all our other videos and book reviews and blog posts over at gameandread.com. And you can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and we are at Game and Read. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.